Young people, by looking at Jesus, you will learn what it means to be Holy Spirit, meek and merciful. What it means to seek justice, to be pure in heart, to be peacemakers, to be the salt of the earth and light of the world.
My dear young friend, come along, pilgrimage, challenge a youthful heart. My dear young friend.
I really love World Youth Day. I think it's one of the best experiences.
Absolutely phenomenal. Just meeting everyone from not only Canada and North America, from around the world. It's truly incredible.
The Knights have played a real big part, especially in my faith. They have really brought me close to Christ.
Such a display of just young people energetic and on fire about their faith. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
It renews you, it rejuvenates you, it makes you reaffirm your faith again, and it shows you that the future of the church is nothing but strong.
You are the salt of the earth. You are a light in this world. I trust that you'll become the dawn of a new millennium. My dear friend.
In July of 2002, nearly 500,000 young Catholics gathered in Toronto for World Youth Day. They came from all over the world to be part of this great spiritual event, an event that was established by Pope John Paul II and supported by the Knights of Columbus. They came to see the Holy Father, to worship, to bond with one another, and to renew their faith. Perhaps you were there. If so, you learned what they learned, that in you, in the young Catholics of the world, lies the future of the Church and its right arm, the Knights of Columbus, and that there is a special place for you in both.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord Jesus, keep these good people safe. Have them have a happy and a holy pilgrimage.
It's great being here with college Knights from all across the country, guys that I've never met before. But we've been traveling together, and we've clicked, we've bonded, and we're sharing this experience together, and it's wonderful.
This is my first World Youth Day, and so I'm very much in awe of just the sheer number of people here, and also from how far apart they come. People from really all over the world, and so it's, I think, a great expression of the universality of our church.
It's nice to be around all these pilgrims who are of the same faith, being Catholic.
And Jesus is in every one of the youth that's gathered here, and as a whole, it's the body of Christ coming together like nothing I've ever seen. It's amazing.
I think World Youth Day is probably one of the more powerful, if not the most powerful, events that I've ever been to spiritually. And Holy Father has so much to do with that.
If you ever had any doubt that there's a special place in the world for young people like you, all you need do is listen to the Holy Father.
Young people, never forget. Christ needs your youth and your generous enthusiasm to make his proclamation of joy resound in the new millennium. Answer his call by placing your lives at his service in your brothers and sisters. Trust Christ because he trusts you.
The Pope spoke much about what young people need to hear.
And he's just very sincere. He, loves the youth, and he's such a dedicated servant of the church. I mean, how can you not love someone like that?
To see this man who's 82 years old, who's fighting terrible struggles with his physical health, to see him battle through all that just for the sake of all these young people, for the sake of the Catholic Church, for the sake of the faith, And then to say, and John Paul loves you too, it brought tears to my eyes.
There's something about the presence of this environment where you can just really feel the Spirit and feel that it's working through everybody, and it really brings you to a deeper understanding.
Just as the Holy Father has a special bond with Catholic youth, the Knights of Columbus have a special bond with the Holy Father. For years, the Knights have supported one of his favorite projects, World Youth Day. This year, donating $1 million for Duke and Alton Park, where more than 100 priests gathered to receive young people and hear their confessions.
Holy Father says the church must remain youthful, or must even regain a youthfulness. We see it in the youth that come, but what does a Christian understand by that in its most profound sense? And that is that the encounter with the Lord is always a new beginning, is always an opportunity for a fresh start. And that's what the Sacrament of Reconciliation is all about. That reconciliation area is at the heart of World Youth Day, because it's at the heart of this encounter, which is what keeps the church young.
I think the reconciliation part is really important. It's a real statement on the part of the Knights. A lot of Catholics have fallen away from confession. They don't go to confession. And offering reconciliation to everybody, making it really easy like it is, as you can see, is a great thing. And I think it's going to get a lot of people to return to that sacrament. And that sacrament is necessary in the life of the church. We're a sacramental church.
It's so vital and important to us as Catholics that I think it's definitely one of the most valiant things that the Knights of Columbus could have pursued in their funding and in their sponsorship of World Youth Day.
We set up this beautiful park. There have been like over 100 priests here doing reconciliation all 3 days that we've been here. And it's been fabulous. You can just feel the love and the peace in the air.
The Reconciliation Park, I think, has been a very peaceful place for people to come and be with the Lord, and make peace with the Lord and themselves. And without the beneficence of the Knights of Columbus, that wouldn't necessarily be possible. So it's certainly accomplished its purpose, I think.
As young Catholics prayed, confessed, marched, and participated in all that World Youth Day had to offer, a great message was sent. That message is that young people like you are the future of the Knights of Columbus and the Church. If you take advantage of all the Knights have to offer, your future and ours will be brighter than ever.
One of the reasons I'm so glad that it's, the college councils that are represented here is that we've kind of been able to dispel the myth that the Knights of Columbus is just for, grandparents.
The Knights of Columbus are not all about old people, and there are young, active adults in this program.
People are just so shocked to see college-age kids that enthused about the Knights of Columbus and all the stuff that we do as college councils.
The Knights give opportunities to people to do that which they have most wanted to do, the desire of their hearts to serve. The work that we do, I think, is very important for the life of the individual and the life of the Catholic community as a whole.
I really believe the Knights can do a lot of good for many young men, because there's a brotherhood about them that really brings people closer to Christ.
In order for the order to, continue to grow and be of such service to the church, we need members, young members. And certainly I've seen in my own college how enthusiastic they are. So that's really crucial.
The Knights of Columbus are the right arm of the church, and I think it's our duty, especially as young men, to be the right arm, to be the Knights, to be the men that carry on our counsel, to lead an example by virtue.
It's obvious that the youth are the future, and the youth are going to have to pick up the torch, and they're going to have to carry the Knights of Columbus and the church, into the future.
It's a privilege, it's an honor, it's exciting.